Wow, it's been a minute since I've done a video inside the house. Let's talk about 2021 and So I wanted to do this in the studio on the dock, but I figured it'd be more personal in house, because that's where it all started, in the house. My life is changing, forever changing, not for the worse, but for the better. And it's because of what's been going on this year. I actually did a text to somebody about who I'm going to be in the studio with today. And I was looking at the text, and I've never thought that I would be able to text that I had a session with this particular person. But I can't start off this video without recognizing the first video to get me to my subscriber count. My first video to get me ranked, and it was just taking a leap of faith. As you guys know, we started the studio, and in the studio at Arc Studios, we got this package. It was the Slate Digital MTI 2 desk, and I looked all over trying to figure out how to put it together and trying to figure out if there's any unboxing, whether it was good or not. Nobody had anything on YouTube. So I decided to make one. I decided to make a video basically saying that, basically unboxing the whole thing and putting it together. It was a video with me and my wife, and at that time we were fairly newlyweds, probably just about 8 or 9 months in. But this video was able to change the perspective of my YouTube life. It got me to the 1,000 subscriber count. At that point, I was probably at like 600 for my subscriber count, but it got me to my subscriber count to 1,000, and it still gets views today. And then after we had set it up, there had been some plugins on my laptop I just didn't think of doing a review on because I figured they were old. I've had them for a while, like literally a while. So plop open my laptop, plug it into the system, and I just press record. To think that that video also gets me views, and people still asking me questions and comments, and the fact that that video still ranks today is mind-blowing. That, and then it's just been a lot of review videos that have really put me on the map. Then I got a message, because I figured since I got to the point to where I've got 1,000 subscribers, I would be okay. I'd start monetizing. But I looked, and I haven't gotten the watch hours yet, which really struck me as confused, and it actually stopped my progress. It stopped my progress because I felt like I was there, and I had to realize that I'm not in it just for the views. So I'm sorry to those who had been following my momentum, and to see me just stop, I apologize. I got busy. But not only did I get busy, a lot of things happened that I could have documented on this channel. And I really do apologize for not documenting those things. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you did get to see those wonderful things that happen. And for those of you on YouTube, I do apologize. Those of you on Facebook, I apologize. Because I realized not only do I focus on YouTube, I also focus on Facebook. Instagram is just a few kind of seconds. And yes, there are some people who view me on Instagram, but my main traffic is Facebook and YouTube. So with that being said, thank you. Thank you for following me in this journey. Thank you for continuing with me on this journey. I've never done a recap of what I did wrong, or if I did something wrong this year. And if I'm looking back at 2020 and all the snaps I've done, all the videos I've done, it was a really great year. Really great year. There were things I wanted to get done that I didn't do, and then there was some things that happened on its own. Just miraculous. So let's go over the list, because it's pretty fresh in my mind. What did I want to get done? So first off, I wanted to sell more beats. I felt like my beat website was stagnant. Nobody was seeing it. If I did get something, people would say, "Oh, that's a nice beat," but nobody would buy it. I sold a couple of beats. Even if I didn't sell it, I recorded a couple of projects on the beats that were that I created this year. So I believe that I did a good job. And thanks to the studio, no doubt, for that happening. I wanted to work with artists. I wanted to create songs and work with artists, and I did a lot of that. I have a couple of projects in the works, but I've done a lot of just that. So I think I accomplished that. I wanted to get a placement. Even though I haven't got the plaque in hand, I've got my placement. It wasn't, when I was asking for a placement, I was asking for, one of those major crazy placements where I'm like Pharrell or somebody like that. But I realized that my placement isn't necessarily less than that. It's bigger than that. My placement is crazy amazing, and when I get it, I can talk more about it. Just know that it's in the works. My artist that we have been working with this entire 2020, from the start of 2020 to the end of 2020, has gotten signed to a major label. It's with me and my production partners. Just from that alone says that things are going to be different. Things are going to be awesome. Get more equipment. I definitely got a lot more equipment. A lot more than I care to use. Certain pieces of equipment that I acquired just in 2020, I don't even use. In fact, there's a piece of equipment that I'm thinking of right now that I might just go take back to the shop or put it in the pawn shop. But there's other pieces of equipment that I have that I've used, and it's also put me on the map on YouTube as well. Would I say this is a good year? Yes, I would. It was unfortunate of what happened, and I'm not going to get into the whole pandemic or anything like that on YouTube or Facebook. But what I will say is my life didn't stop because of the pandemic. My life didn't hold to a close because of the pandemic. My life continued to blossom. And one thing that I learned, and I said this on a podcast. Oh, that being said, I've been on a couple of podcasts. I said I wanted to start one, and I started one by myself, and it went nowhere. I never posted it. I never got it to go to any distribution pod situation or anything like that. It really just went to YouTube, and that was that. But that's really how most of those mental moments, Solitude Saturdays, started, because that was supposed to be my podcast. I ended up on a awesome podcast, Praise Party Radio Show. The editor, and not only the editor, I'm also a host on the Praise Party Radio Show. And we've done crazy things just from me starting. And then on top of that, I was on Pause for Applause just 3 days ago. So that's awesome. If I think about just how awesome my life has blossomed, I wouldn't trade it. There's some goals that I want to set for 2021. I want to get a placement or a deal with some companies, maybe Native Instruments. If you're listening, I would like to get sponsored by you guys. So yeah, if any of you are watching this, please tag Native Instruments today. But yeah, I would like to get some placements or stuff like that. Just dealing with the fact that I use most of those companies on a daily basis. Just would like to get some sponsorships by them. So I started out this year wanting to be a YouTuber, and then ended this year being a producer. When I look at the scopes of what it means to be a producer, I achieved my goal. I achieved my goal 10 times over. It's my main source of income. It's my life. I'm living my dream. I didn't have to go get another job this year or anything like that. God's good. So I'm not gonna do the whole if you like what you saw. I feel like this moment is a great moment. I feel like this situation is a great situation, and I'm not gonna set a goal to say that there's gonna be so many more videos in 2021. I'm just going to set an expectation to continue to give you guys footage. I'm not gonna put a timeline on it or anything like that. I'm just gonna set an expectation to continue being a content creator for YouTube and Facebook. The only expectation I'm going to give myself is to build a community of people who believe in the brand of JFresh Beats. I want to build a community that no matter what I do, if I want to take a break, if I take a break just to self, the community will still follow. The community will still promote. The community will still do what it needs to do. This is JFresh Beats. I do want more Patreons. I had two. Somebody's budget changed, so it ended up being back to one. But yeah, I want more Patreons. I want to be able to look at my Patreon and see that it's blossoming to where I don't have to worry about monetization. I have a second source of income that's actually pretty amazing. So yeah, I don't intend this to be like a long video, but yeah, that's my recap of 2020. Let's do things for 2021, I guess.